as per first semester syllabus. So before we start the session, let us do just 3 minutes of meditation, and then I'll hand over the session to our beloved faculty, Dr. Nilima Patil. So friends, please sit straight. Let your legs be crossed, hands locked. Relax. Let your whole body be relaxed. Let there not be any blockages in the flow of energy throughout the body. Relax. Close your eyes. Watch your thought. Witness the thought. Observe the thought. Because flow of thought is nothing but mind. When we observe the mind, when we witness the mind, flow of thought disappears. Frequency of thoughts will come down. Mind becomes silent. Mind becomes more meditative. In this state, meditative state of mind, our perception level will improve. Our parasympathetic nervous system get stimulated. All the hormones and enzymes will be secreted at the optimum level. Focusing will improve. More than anything else, because there is no mind, mind cannot take you haywire. You will gain a grip over your mind instead of mind having a grip over you. You means the witness consciousness in you, who is witnessing the mind. That is our true self. Keep on observing the mind. Don't allow any thoughts to crop up. Our state of mind will come from beta to alpha, alpha to theta, theta to delta state of mind. So gently rub your palm, make a cup out of it, close it on your eyes, slowly open your eyes. Friends, it gives me immense pleasure to invite Dr. Nilima Patil to the session to conduct today's session. I extend a very hearty welcome on behalf of all the participants. So you can take charge, madam. Welcome. You are muted, madam.
Good evening, friends. Welcome to the second session and the last session of our revision
Namaste,
for semester 1. Namaste. So if you have any questions, you may ask. And before we go ahead, I would just like to tell you how the homeostasis is working in your body. So if you have an idea, when there is some celebration at your place, you have sweets. So what happens when you have the sweets? Your blood sugar increases, right? There is more sugar in your body. So what will the body do as a homeostasis part? How much ever it will try to use it for the making of energy, it will do that. And otherwise what it will do, it will just throw it away via urine, right? This is the normal process. And if next day, if you have a fast and if you're not able to have anything or you didn't have anything, so what again the body will do? It will convert it into sugar. The messaging will be there through the brain. And again, the glucose will be released in the body to make the energy, because your body constantly needs the energy. right? Similarly, like if you are feeling cold, if you are outside somewhere and suddenly the weather changes, so what will happen when the weather changes? Either you feel cold, so what you will do, that you'll wear a sweater or you'll take a shawl, and you'll feel comfortable in that weather. But otherwise what you do, your body will start shivering. You will have your hairs on your skin, they will be erect. And the body, what it will do, it will not it will see to it that it is not losing any heat. So that is the body's mechanism. Okay, so how to balance itself? So it is doing for everything, like for the oxygen also. Like you're normally breathing now, but when you go outside in a crowd, what happens? When you are in a crowd, automatically your breathing rate increases. You don't even realize that, right? And you start breathing, your breathing rate increases. And after some time, like when you know the crowd is more and you are not able to take in lots of oxygen, then what will the body do? You will now start realizing that you have to take in more efforts to take the breath in and exhale. So inhalation and exhalation, you will realize that. So this is body's automatic. You don't have to tell the body, okay, now like you increase the breathing rate, or okay, same thing for the urine also. When you want to pass the urine, what does the body do? Body just gives you a signal, right, through the brain. Actually there are two sphincters in our urinary bladder. So the through the internal sphincter, the message goes to the brain, and it is open, and then you get the sensation of the that you want to pass the urine. And then like when you find a suitable washroom or something, you go and you urinate. So this is constantly, body is trying to adjust. So this is homeostasis. So where it will be used, yesterday we didn't talk about that. So I just thought that I should tell you about this. So if you have any questions, you can ask right now, or then we'll go to the question papers. Anybody want to ask any question? No
Can you
questions?
please explain blood के जो particles है in a bit in detail? Erythrocytes कितना होना चाहिए ये सब?
Okay, actually, one moment. One moment. I'll just get that PPT. See, if you see homeostasis, this is how the homeostasis is working, right? See, it is it is like a seesaw. The balance is being sought by the stimulus and the response, whatever the body gets. Okay, so this is how the homeostasis is achieved always. So always whenever there is any imbalance, it is detected by the body. From the receptor cells, the input goes to the control center, that is your brain, and then you see the effectors giving some response, and then accordingly you act. So that is how the stimulus, it comes to you. So homeostasis is always achieved this way. And for the homeostasis, these are some of the points. I'll explain that, but I just wanted to tell you about these points also. This is large intestine 11. If you see the original point, it comes on your elbow on the lateral side. Okay, if somebody has got some high blood pressure, immediately you don't know what to do. If you give some high strong stimulation on this large intestine 11, it does help. The body will try to adjust itself. The homeostasis will be achieved. So this is one of the very good points for achieving homeostasis. Secondly is this SP6 here, spleen 6 point. This is also a very nice point for achieving homeostasis. And then here, this is stomach 36. This is 4 fingers below your knee. So actually you should also always, the original one, you can stimulate it with your fingers. Okay, even after your food, if you stimulate that ST36, it's a good point for digestion. And then this is the liver 3 point. This liver 3, of course, it is something really very, very important point. So I have seen, like in the high blood pressure, if somebody's got high blood pressure, if you press this liver 3 and LI 11 points, strong stimulation you give for 5-6 minutes, immediately in some time, your blood pressure, it reduces by 20 to 30 points. So these points are something really very, very important, these homeostatic points. So you should definitely use them. You're asking about the blood cells, right? So if you see here, see, this is your hemoglobin level. Now, hemoglobin, you all know that the RBCs, they carry this hemoglobin. Because of that, the hemoglobin, there is no nucleus in the RBCs, right? That is why it is being compromised, and it carries this heme and globin. So that is the this is the carrier for oxygen. Now the value for this, it is given here 11.5 to 16. Okay, that is the biological reference range. But generally, like, what I have been studying, and what are the right things, even they are given in your Manav Sharir Vigyan. For females, generally it is 12 to 14. And if you have your hemoglobin at 13, you can perform all your functions very nicely. So generally now it has been seen, the Indian ladies, they have around 11. So they have really reduced this range to 11.5. And, then they compromise on some of the what to say, the work, because they say, nahi, ye mujhe nahi jamta hai, I cannot do this. So when you have 13 hemoglobin for females, that is something optimum. And for the males, the range is 14 to 16. So if you have around 15 the hemoglobin, that will also suffice. So this is for the hemoglobin, and this is the RBC count. Now this is 4, around 4. This is a good one. 3.8 to 5.8 they have said, but you can have it around 5, 4.5. That is a good range. Then all these PCV, MCV, MCH, they're all relating to the size and shape of the RBCs. But what we are concerned here is about the WBC count. So now this WBC, there the normal range is 4,000 to 11,000. Here it is 4,000 to 10,000, but this can be different for different people. So maybe, suppose my WBC count, it is always like, around 7,000. Okay. But if it has reduced, like I had tested it, it was 7,000. But now if it has reduced to 4,000 or 5,000, I need to know why it has been reduced. Or if it has increased, it has become 9,000, it is showing some infection is there. So generally, it will be different for different people. So what you should generally do whenever you do a blood test, you should just secure a copy of this to know how much your normally your WBC count is. So if this WBC count, it is more than 11,000, it is showing that the body is having some infection inside. And if it is less than that, so many times, in the cancerous states or HIV or some autoimmune disorders, this WBC count, it comes down. Then if we see here neutrophils, this is the differential count. Now this is WBCs. We all know in WBC there are these 5 types, right? The neutrophils, lymphocytes, eosinophils, and monocytes. So actually we all know that it is only 1%. Your total WBCs and platelets, they are 1% of the total blood, right? So here they have taken it in percentage form. See, now this is in the, this unit is different. 5,000 per cubic mm of the blood they have taken, but here it is taken in percentage. So if you see here, this percentage of the neutrophils, lymphocytes, eosinophils, monocytes, basophils, it should be always 100. So now here, if we know the normal range here, now it is suppose 50 to 70. So if it is 50 to 70, it has increased to 80.9. It is showing that there is some acute infection in your body. Okay, you have contracted some infection, recent infection. Generally, it is seen in the viral infection. And what will happen? Generally, this lymphocytes, now here, see, you can see they have reduced because the body is fighting against the infection. Right? So it is showing that there is some infection in the body. But if the neutrophils, they are within the normal range, yes, you need not worry that even if the WBC counts are decreased or increased, it is fighting well, because the neutrophils have not lost their count, not the lymphocytes. And again, if you see this eosinophils, whenever you have some allergy, so you will see eosinophilia, they will be increased. And generally the monocytes, very rarely we take into account, but yes, you need to see whether it is cleaning properly or not. So they have to be in optimum range. And the basophils again, this is 0.61. So the basic range, it is 0 to 1. So whatever in the this range, it is normal like. So if it has increased, it is showing that the body is healing properly. If it is not, yes, the body is not able to heal. Maybe it is not getting proper conditions. It is not getting proper oxygen, or there may be body heat is there. And then these are the platelets. Now, if you see the platelets, generally they have to be 1,50,000 to 4 lakhs. So this is the normal range. So generally we see this platelet counts, if they have decreased, then they are not the coagulation procedure in the blood is not taking place properly. So generally if you get some injury, what will happen? After some time, the blood will automatically coagulate. So we all press it or we put ice, that is okay. But otherwise, the body has the tendency, if it has got adequate platelets, the bleeding will stop immediately after some time. But if these platelets are less, then the bleeding might be continuous. But if the platelets are more, they have increased, in that case, what can happen? Now the density, I mean the blood density, it will increase because they are more, and the platelets, their basic property is to coagulate, right? It will coagulate. So what it does, it will make the blood little thicker, and because of that also, then it will pose the problem. And there can be thrombosis, or there can be some coagulation anywhere. So generally you need to know about these. But let's talk about the morphology also. One moment, I'll just come to that chapter, so you can see here. If you see here, macrocytic normochromic cells. Now, this is many times mentioned in the investigation report. So what is macro? Macro is big. Cyte is your cell. Okay. So cytic, wherever the cell has to come, it will be cytic. Normochromic. Normo is your normal, chromic is the color. That means the erythrocytes may be enlarged in size but may have normal value of hemoglobin. So if it is written macrocytic normochromic, so it is showing that the size of the RBCs, they have increased. And they will write erythrocytes may be nucleated. So again, it is showing some problem, because we know that the erythrocytes, they don't have any nucleus, because they are having, what they are having? RBCs have hemoglobin. Yes. So they don't have to be nucleated, right? So again, it is showing some problem. Then the total count of erythrocyte in blood will be less, so hemoglobin will be also less. So actually, if you see, this is if the total count of erythrocytes is less, it will pose lots of problems. And even if the hemoglobin is less, that will also pose lots of problems, because for everything, see now your body, how many cells it has got? It has got trillions of cells, and each cell in your body, it is needing oxygen for oxidation to prepare energy, right? Agree with me, no? Right? So if the hemoglobin is not there, then the cell will not be able to make its energy, and it will not be able to work properly. Sonia ji, please don't write on the screen. So the total count of the erythrocyte in blood will be less, so hemoglobin will be less. If you see this condition, and if your patient is showing 10 or 15 symptoms, or 10 or 15 problems, and one of them is that the hemoglobin is less, Agarwal sir always says that you should work upon this. This will take care of the rest of the problems, because when your cell will get proper oxygen, it will be able to produce proper food, and it will work well. Okay, so this is something very, very important point. So hemoglobin should always be checked, and of course, before checking hemoglobin, you should also ask the patient whether he is taking it or not. Is it present in the diet or not? Suppose
Erythrocytes are more, then what to do?
erythrocytes are more, so then it is also showing some problem. So you have to take proper history and find out what is the reason for the erythrocytes to be more.
And suppose hemoglobin was very less, then the patient was on injections of iron. Now erythrocytes have increased a lot.
Yeah, so actually that is the cause, no? That the patient has taken in the injections. So you have to stop immediately and slowly, slowly. See, the body works very well. It will throw out whatever it is not needed, provided it is given the right condition. What are the right conditions? You give it proper nutrition, you give it proper sleep, you give it a proper lifestyle. Okay, so the body will throw it out. It will not keep. But if it is keeping, then it is something to be worried about. Okay, so I was talking about if the patient is having the nutrition or not, you are supposed to ask that patient that whether she's having it or not. What will you advise for the patient who has got low hemoglobin? Besides your points, you have got very nice Ayurvedic points. You can give spleen key deficiency or only SP3 also tone you can give. But what are the nutrition advice you should give the patient?
Green leafy vegetables
And
vitamin C.
Iron tonics, iron tonic.
Iron tonic, iron tonic.
okay,
Red juice.
Red juice, yes, pomegranate juice and the
Black
beet juice will help.
dried black currant.
Beetroot
Yes.
also juice.
Yes, beetroot juice, dried currants. Yes, what else?
Kacha kela.
Kacha kela. Okay, I don't know. Dates, yes.
Yes, it is very
Yes.
much.
Okay. But see, now the patient cannot afford all this. Then what will you advise to that patient?
Good chana.
Good chana. Okay. Yes, Preeti ji. Cook in iron kadai.
Kadai
This
patta
is
is
something
also.
very, very
yes,
important.
yes.
Yes, actually now somebody said about Avla also. Yes, actually for absorption of hemoglobin, you need vitamin C. So if you have any time seen the tablet, vitamin C tablets, you will come to know, not the vitamin C, the Hematnex, the hemoglobin tablets, you will always see they are fortified with vitamin C. So actually even the doctor says that whenever you are taking any Hematnex, you should take some vitamin C fruit with it or juice with it. Okay. So, and one more thing is this if somebody is taking calcium and iron supplements together, then also the hemoglobin is not absorbed properly. So there has to be some difference between timing difference between the two. So definitely you should ask the patient to daily eat once. He should be asked to buy this iron kadai and ask him to make a vegetable in this always, like, once a day at least. So this also helps. So actually, like what we have all these iodized tawas and all, we should not use them. Generally, this iron one is the very nice one. The Teflon coating, no, we should not use them. Okay. So this is something very, very important. After that, we come the enlarged size of the erythrocytes. They will have short lifespan. So the level of serum bilirubin will be increased because erythrocytes will be hemolyzed in large number. Yesterday we saw how this erythrocytes, when they break down and then they form the biliverdin, which is a poisonous substance. Then it forms a bilirubin, that orange green red pigment, which is again harmful. Only when it goes to the liver with albumin, then it is water soluble and it is thrown out of the body. So what will happen if this erythrocyte is increased in size? It will die faster, and because of that, then your serum bilirubin is also increasing. So there is a direct connection here with your liver also. So we need to but find the cause why the serum bilirubin has increased. What is the problem? So for that you need to find out. Then hyperplastic activity will be found in the bone marrow test. So hyperelastic, that is not hyperelastic. One moment. Actually, it will produce more. Hyper is more hyperplastic activity it is. So the bone marrow is making lots of this thing. RBCs. So you need to find out like why the bone marrow is making this more. Is there some problem with the bone marrow? So that will also increase the RBCs. And then the last one is the hydrochloric acid will not be present in this gastric juice. So if there is no hydrochloric acid, then also what will happen? Yesterday I did tell you what will happen. If there is no what will happen?
Indigestion. Food will not be digested.
Yeah, that we saw. The food will not be digested. But why is that needed? The gastric juice? Hydrochloric acid in the gastric juice, what it is producing, what more thing it is producing? The gastric factors, intrinsic factors, gastric juices. Okay, now these gastric juices or intrinsic factors, they are helping to make the blood. Okay, so as I told you yesterday that if you eat in lots of hurry or if you eat in lots of stress, this gastric juice will not be secreted, the intrinsic factors will not be secreted, nor the HCl will be secreted, and because of that, no further reaction, no further RBCs will be made. So that is why also this is something very, very important. Then if we come here, the size of the erythrocytes present in the blood will reduce. See, now where it is in this hookworm infection. Okay, so it is microcytic. So you can come to know if the size of the RBCs is reduced, there can be a hookworm infestation. If there is lack of hemoglobin, what it will show? Hypochromic. In the blood report, it will be written that it is hypochromic, that is the color is less. Then the count of the erythrocyte may be decreased. Okay, so the erythrocyte, they themselves are less. It will also show hookworm infection. And not necessarily the hookworm infection, but like, it might also show that there is some problem, some factor is not working properly inside. And if the situation is continued for a long time, the patient's nail will be boat-shaped. Coilochia, it is called. And the tongue will be inflamed. That is, glossitis will be there. So if you see the nails of the patient, again, you can see that this is the iron deficiency anemia. Or you can see there are some erythrocytes with the holes. So generally, we all know it is round in shape and it is like a concave bilaterally. But if it has got a hole, it is a pycnotic cell. Pycnotic, this spelling is wrong. So it is pycnotic cells. So it has a hole. Again, it is showing some anomaly that the RBCs are not being produced properly. So I hope you have got a proper answer of your question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes.
Anything else you all want to know? No? So we should go to the question paper. How much water should we drink? Actually, the water, it is again, the TCM says something different. And in allopathy, like if you see, how much is your blood? How much is the blood volume in your body?
3 to 4 liters.
3 to 4 liters? It is so less?
5 to 6 liters.
5 to 6 liters?
4.5.
Yeah. Actually, if you see, it is 4.5 plus minus 0.5 liters. Okay, so if somebody is very thin, then might be, she has it only 4 liters. So it is good for her. So actually, like for your blood volume, for this 4 liters of blood, you definitely need to drink enough water. So 2 to 3 liters. So generally, there are so many, what to say, I will not call them myths, but somebody says that you should drink water like according to your weight. So if you are 50 kgs weight, so you divide it into 2, it is 2.5 25. So you just put a dot in between and you drink 2.5 liters of water. But many times, the body keeps giving you signals if you drink more or less. So many times, if there is heat in the body, the TCM says that you need to drink lots of water. If the heat is there, the patient will want to drink cold water, chilled water. Or if there is humidity in the body, the patient will not be able to drink enough water. If they will just have it sip by sip. Or if there are yin deficiency, they will drink small water regularly, like, little water, like say 50 ml, 50 ml water. But generally, like what my teachers have told me and taught me, that 1 glass of water before your breakfast and 1 glass of water after your breakfast, after 1 hour. And same thing with your lunch and dinner, and even for your tea time. So if you have no problem, you are urinating well, no issues, like, So it must be around like 2.5 liters. So that is it, like 2.5 liters is something really good thing. Your body will adjust to it. But it will show the signs. It will show the signs of dehydration. So maybe like, your lips will dry, or your throat, it will feel dry. Yeah? So you'll feel thirsty, or you will not want to drink water. But generally, if you see in winter season, we don't want to drink water, right? So because it is cold outside, so people prefer to drink warm water. So if you can drink warm water, because your body's process is needing all the water, your blood volume is needing everything, nothing is there in the body without water. So, and we saw that 60% of your body is water. So that is 42 liters for a 70 kgs man. So this is something very, very important. You should pay attention. So also, yes, you should pay attention to your urine also, how you are urinating. So actually, like if you see, the color of your urine is straw colored, right? So light yellow color. So females should go for urination 5 to 6 times a day, and males 4 to 5 times a day. So if you're going for this much time and you're passing nice this straw colored urine in good volume, yes, that is good enough. So otherwise, then you need to drink more. So again, it will change region wise. I mean, weather wise, region wise, it will change again. So I really cannot tell you that, like, okay, you should drink this much water. But yes, keep checking your urine every time. So in fact, like, you should always keep checking your urine. You should keep checking your stools also. It will give you so many symptoms. They'll keep telling you about what is going inside the body. No, actually, Preeti ji, all these, the soup, salad, everything, like your curries, everything is included. This 2.5 liters, it is included with that. So it is not the plain water. See, plain water is only in the water or water bottle or in the glass. When you go inside, have you seen anywhere water in the body? There is nowhere water. See, everywhere you will see either it is saliva, it is bile juice, it is pancreatic juice. It has converted into some fluid. So there is no water as such in the body. So it is always the fluid which is present in the body. Okay. Anything else? No? Okay, let's go to the question papers, so that if you have any questions, then I'll take up those along with. So now this is December 2020 question paper. What is homeostasis? Now you can answer here. Is it a respiratory process, body balancing process, or none?
Body balancing process.
Yes, it is body balancing process. No difference between liquid and fluid. I mean, they are one and the same only. They are similar only. Nothing much difference, because liquid is, it has the consistency. When it is the flowing consistency, and the fluid, it changes into some, like, as I told you, the juice, bile juice, pancreatic juice, or your blood, that is the fluid then which cell has no reproductive property?
Muscle cell, ma'am.
Muscle cells?
Secreted.
Secretory cells?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what about the fat cells?
Or all, ma'am. All.
No,
Instead
if
of
you
none, it is all.
Ma'am, nerve cells are.
see which cell has no reproductive property, nerve cells, right?
Nerve
So what
cells.
is the muscle cell? Cells, they
Yes,
cannot reproduce. Nerve cells cannot regenerate, and secretory cells, they are weak in contraction. Okay, so they are weak in contraction as well as weak in reproduction. And the fat cells, they lack the contraction power, so they will not contract. So bada ho gaya, it will remain big only. Okay, so the no reproductive property, it is of the muscle cell. Then which is the primary source of the energy? Carbohydrate, protein, and fat. Carbohydrate.
Fat,
Yes.
fat.
No,
Carbohydrate.
fat is the emergency one.
Okay,
So
carbohydrate.
it is carbohydrates. Actually, if you see when you have banana after your exercise, after your walk, you feel good, no?
Yes.
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 Then
Very
building material of a body is
Protein.
proteins. And what are the minerals doing? Please mute who's not taking part in the question answers. Please mute yourself.
4C. 4C, building material of a body is protein.
What is, yes, but what do the minerals do?
Protection of body from diseases.
Protection of, and what are the minerals? They are organic, inorganic?
Inorganic.
Inorganic.
Who are the minerals? Who are the minerals?
Magnesium, sodium, calcium,
Magnesium.
Nitrogen.
Yes, so generally they act as catalyst. They will enhance some of your body's functions. Okay, so somewhere maybe now you'll see that zinc will give you immunity also. So they are enhancing the functions of your body, basically. Then fixed deposit of energy in human body is fat. Then brain of the cell is
Nucleus.
nucleus. And what is lysosome doing?
Suicidal bag.
So what it will do?
It will eat all the microbes.
It will do cleaning. Basically, it will do all the cleaning. And what about the mitochondria?
Energy बनाता है.
Yes, it will make energy. It is the powerhouse. Then what connects nucleus with cell membrane?
Endoplasmic reticulum.
Endoplasmic reticulum.
Yes, endoplasmic reticulum. How many types of endoplasmic reticulum are there?
Then smooth and rough.
Smooth and rough. In a cell, synthesis of... Yes?
Granular and non-granular, ma'am. Two types.
No, not granular and non-granular. It is rough and smooth. Smooth one, it doesn't have the protein attached to it. Yes?
It doesn't have ribosomes, ma'am.
Yes, it doesn't have the ribosomes. Ribosomes are the ones which are doing the synthesis of the proteins. Okay, they are the rough ones. Endoplasmic reticulum having the ribosomes, they are rough ones. Then in a cell, synthesis of protein occurs where?
Golgi apparatus. No, ribosomes, sorry, ribosomes.
Yes, and what does centrosome do?
No idea, ma'am.
Somebody's joined from two devices, your voice is echoing. Actually, if you see this centrosome, what it is doing, it is regulating the cell motility. Okay, it is regulating how the cell has to move. It is doing that, and it is also looking after the adhesion and polarity of the cell. Then the lysosomes, they are the digestive system of the cell. Then who is the suicidal bag of the cell?
Lysosome.
Again, lysosome. Then
Lysosome.
what is a tissue?
Group of similar cells.
Group of similar cells. Right. Then what is elastic areolar tissues are present where?
Lungs.
Lungs.
Not in skin.
Arteries.
Veins, arteries.
Lungs.
All of above.
All of the above. Yes. The veins and arteries, they have maximum because they have to travel a lot. Then cardiac muscles are which kind of muscles?
Involuntary.
Involuntary.
Involuntary. What is the other name for involuntary?
Autonomous.
No, they are striated and non-striated. If you see voluntary muscles, they are striated. Okay, they have striations. And this involuntary muscles, they are non-striated. They don't have striations. So actually, like the cardiac muscle, it is both, it has some striations also, and they are non-striated also. I think I showed you the picture yesterday, no? I did show you. So the cardiac muscles, they have some striations, but they are involuntary. Then what is the example of the fluid tissue?
All of the above.
Your blood is also fluid tissue, your cerebrospinal fluid also, lymph also. Then cells need energy to perform.
Active transport.
Is it a question or an answer?
It's answer, ma'am.
Yeah, so it is active transport. I did explain you yesterday.
Active transport.
Yes. Then formation of blood occurs in embryonic phase where?
Liver.
Liver.
All of the above.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then which
All.
organ is graveyard of the blood cells?
Spleen.
Spleen. And how is the shape of the erythrocytes?
Biconcave.
Biconcave.
Biconcave. What is biconcave and what is biconvex?
Then biconcave is means middle side is inside, and convex is middle side towards outer side, both
Yes,
sides.
if you see, आपका पूरी अगर आप देखोगे दोनों साइड से फूला हुआ है, that is biconvex. And if you see अंजीर, fig, it will be like this. It will have some C shape up also and C shape below also. So that will be biconcave. So the shape of our erythrocyte is biconcave. Then red color of the blood is because of
Hemoglobin.
hemoglobin. How much is the lifespan of the red blood cell?
120 days.
120.
120.
Yes. So here the answer is none.
None.
Then bilirubin is changed into bilirubin by
Liver.
Liver.
liver. What is bilirubin, or what is that? What is this word? Cole or whatever you call it.
Bilirubin.
Yes.
That is.
Cole is gallbladder.
Yes, cole is gallbladder, so it will be cholecystitis or cholelithiasis, whatever it is. Cole is a word related to gallbladder. Heme is the word related to blood. Okay, so this is being changed into bilirubin by liver. Okay, then what are the causes of anemia? Malnutrition, hookworm,
All
Erkilia
of the
gastric.
above. Name.
All of the above.
What is Erkilia gastric? What is Erkilia gastric?
Don't know.
Erkilia gastric is partial or complete absence of HCl in the stomach. Okay, so gastric juice here actually. When HCl is not there, it is known as chlorhydria. A chlorhydria, that is absence of HCl, and here it is partial or complete absence of gastric juice, that is Erkilia gastric. So जो बहुत सूखा खाते हैं ना, like very dry foods they eat generally, you know, many people suffer from this alkylia gastric. So if they don't drink water and they eat dry foods, with that it takes place many times. Then erythrocyte with pin-like holes is known as
Pycnotic.
pycnotic. What is hypochromic?
Without red.
Less of hemoglobin.
Yes, less of hemoglobin. And microcytic is
Less is it's very no,
microcytic means
All size of erythrocyte.
yes, the size has reduced. See, micro is small,
small.
cytic is
Small.
cell. So the erythrocyte that
Smaller
has reduced
size.
in small size.
Size.
Then who are the mobile security guards of the human body?
Ma'am, leukocyte.
Leukocytes.
Yes, leukocytes. See, whenever any infection comes in, your leukocytes, your lymphocytes, they are ready to fight. They are the army, like, you know, they will fight for your the infection, whatever is entering into your body. How much they are, the leukocytes in the body? How much percentage of it is present in your blood, the leukocytes?
Less than 1%.
Yes, less than 1%. Only 1% we saw the leukocytes and platelets are there, right? So
Yes.
see, they are so less, but they are taking care of your body.
Yes.
Then what is leukocytosis? Cytosis. When this is cytosis, what it is showing? It is showing increase in the normal total leukocyte count. When the word is coming cytosis, there is increase. And if the word is leukopenia,
Decreases in normal.
yes. So wherever the penia is coming, penia is decreasing. Okay. If there is eosinophilia, that is increasing in size. But cytosis, it will be always increasing in size. Penia is reducing. See now, here next question is leukopenia. So what is your leukopenia?
Decrease.
It is a decrease.
Decrease, 10%
Decrease of-
decrease. Yes, 10% it is. Then who increases in case of allergy?
Eosinophil, ma'am.
Eosinophils. Yes,
Eosinophil.
eosinophils. Then they form antibodies against microbes. Who's doing that?
Ma'am, lymphocytes.
Lymphocytes. Yes,
T
who are the
lymphocyte
monos?
and B lymphocyte.
T
Yes, what is
lymphocytes.
T lymphocyte doing and what is B lymphocyte doing?
Ma'am, T lymphocyte is
Infection को
the
Remember it this way. This T lymphocyte, it will go and whatever the infection present in the cell, it will try to kill that. And the B lymphocytes, whatever is present in the fluid, in the plasma, it will try to attack those. So this T cells and the B cells. So the T cells are imparting the cellular immunity,
or
and B
B
cells are
lymphocyte antibody, make the antibody.
yes, but they are working on the microbes present in the plasma, in the fluids. Okay, and they are giving you the humoral immunity. Then total TLC in blood, how much it is?
9 gland, hypothalamus we count.
No, we are talking about the TLC, total TLC in blood, total leukocyte count.
For the 7,000, ma'am.
6 to 10.
4 to 11.
4 to 11.
4 to 11. 4 to 11.
You can refer the last part of your this Manav Sharir Vigyan, normal values in blood. You could refer to that. Okay, so you'll come to know how much they are. The participation of neutrophil in TLC is how much?
50 to 70%.
Yes, 50 to 70. So if it is between 50 to 70, yes, they are doing good job against the bacterial infection, if any present in the blood. Then who helps in the repairing process by making patches?
Thrombocyte.
Thrombocytes.
Yes,
Base-
thrombocytes. So it will always coagulate. Then how is blood? It is acidic, it is alkaline, neutral.
Alkaline.
Alkaline.
Which is
Alkaline.
the pH of blood?
7.4.
7.4.
7.4 to 6, yes. Then agglutinin present in the blood group AB is?
Ma'am,
None,
none.
none.
Yes, none. Yesterday we saw agglutinogen and agglutinin. So agglutinogen, it is on the RBC. Agglutinin, it is present in the blood. So A agglutinogen, it is corresponding with the beta agglutinin. So the same agglutinin cannot stay with it, otherwise it will coagulate. Right? Then which is the gland of emergency?
Adrenaline.
Adrenal.
Why adrenal?
Flight
Because
and
it's
flight.
Fight or fight.
fight and flight and
Fight and flight, and what does it
it is the
produce?
adrenaline. Norepinephrine, adenophrine or norepinephrine are mentioned.
Yes, adrenaline or
Epinephrine.
noradrenaline or epinephrine and norepinephrine.
Norepinephrine hormone.
So this is giving you what? It is giving you fight and flight. Either you fight, all the blood will come to your limbs, and either you flight, you run away from there. So it will give all the blood to your limbs so that you can run away. Then part of human food is
All.
all. Then types of salivary glands.
3.
Three.
Who are they?
2.
No, it is 3. Answer is 3, right?
Styling.
Parotid or
Parotid,
lingual,
sublingual.
I showed you pictures yesterday.
Sublingual.
Parotid is near your ears.
Parotid.
Okay. Then one is sublingual, below your tongue. And the third one is
And
Submandibular.
submandibular. Yes. Then how much saliva is produced in one day?
2.5.
2 point
1
something.
to 1.5 liter per day.
Yes, it is 1 to 1.5 liters. See, if you count now as and when like you're studying your Manav Sharir Vigyan, no, you all jot down how much saliva is produced, how much bile is produced, how much urine is produced. You'll come to know how much liquid your body is producing, how much it is needing basically. So how much is your saliva, your pancreatic juice, your bile juice. So as and when they come, no, just make it a habit to jot it down. So you'll come to know how much is the gastric juice, everything. So how much the body is in need of water, and when we don't give the water, who all are suffering, you'll come to know. Then pH of saliva is
4.3 to 4.6.
Is it this much?
Ma'am, 6.3.
4.3 actually.
4.3. See, this is very much acidic. 4.3. We saw yesterday the scale of pH.
6.3 to 6.8.
It is 6.3 to 6.8. So it is slightly acidic. Why it is acidic?
Ma'am, it has amylase and other enzymes.
It bacteria को मारता है इसलिए acidic.
Yes, actually, if you see, this pH of your saliva is acidic because if any bacteria is going into the your body through the food, it will try to attack it. So actually, if you just gulp it down, saliva will not be able to work. So you have to chew it properly so that no bacteria goes inside the body. But yes, if you have any teeth infection or something, and still the infection can go from there, but generally the saliva of the pH is 6.3 to 6.8. And how much is the pH of your urine?
Ma'am, acidic.
It's acidic. Of the vagina?
Ma'am, acidic.
Acidic, right?
Yeah.
See, again, the body has made it so nicely, the arrangement, that there should no infection should go inside from outside. So from down, so whichever holes are open, so it has just seen to it that they are well protected. Okay, so even if you see your nose, if you see your ears, there is also some mechanism so that no foreign particles or no infection should go inside. Sorry. Then gastric juice is secreted by
Stomach.
stomach. Yes, now remember this, wherever the word gastric comes, it is relating to stomach. So whether it is your gastric ulcer or gastric juices, everything gastric is related to stomach. Then largest part of the small intestine is
Duodenum.
Duodenum.
Ma'am, longest is jejunum and largest is duodenum.
Jejunum. I think jejunum.
which is the first part?
Duodenum.
Duodenum.
Duodenum. Second,
Jejunum.
jejunum. Third,
Ileum.
so if you see the largest part, this duodenum is quite big. Why it is big? It is thick in size, not the largest. It is thick. It is shortest one, but it is thick. Okay, but the jejunum, this is the largest one because here the second part of the intestine, this is quite big. So the answer here is jejunum. Duodenum is not I mean, it is thick, but it is small. Okay.
Jejunum is the answer.
Yes, jejunum is the answer. Then bile juices, alkaline, acidic,
Alkaline.
neutral.
Alkaline.
Alkaline.
What does bile juice do?
It breaks fat.
Yes, it
Emulsive,
helps
emulsification.
emulsification of the fat.
In Hindi, payasikaran.
Yes. So actually, whatever the bolus which is received from the stomach, it is highly acidic. Now, when this bile juice comes into action, it will make it alkaline. Along with bile juice, who else is coming to make the
Pancreatic juice.
Pancreas.
what is the pH of pancreatic juice?
It is also alkaline, I guess.
Yes, it is alkaline. Don't guess it. It is alkaline. Then ammonia is transferred into urea by whom?
Liver.
Liver.
Liver, ma'am. Liver, ma'am.
Yes, it is liver. When this ammonia is being generated, when the hydrolysis or the protein synthesis is taking place. So it is a byproduct. So it is transferred into urea, and that is how it is being excreted out from the body. Okay. So site in our body for millions of non-pathogenic bacteria is?
Large intestine.
What is non-pathogenic bacteria?
जो harmful
Good bacteria.
Yes, so pathogen, if you see pathology labs are there. So what they are doing, they are trying to find out what are the pathogens. Pathogens are the ones, the infection creating microbes. So non-pathogenic means they are not creating any harm to the body. So they are present in the large intestine, and what they do?
They help
they absorb the B, vitamin B or K.
Yes, they do synthesis of vitamin B12 and K in the large intestine. So always remember, like generally people have this notion that vitamin B12, it is found in the non-vegetarian food, and people who have that, they don't have vitamin B12 deficiency. But I have seen patients who have large intestine heat problems. In cases of even piles and constipation, there the large intestine, there is lots of heat, so the vitamin B12 cannot be synthesized properly, and then because of that they have vitamin B12 deficiency. So if any one of you has vitamin B12 deficiency, then definitely you should also check the large intestine whether there is any problem with that. Then site of synthesis of vitamin B and K in our body is?
Large intestine.
Yes, so answer here is none.
None.
Yes. What is the last part of the large intestine?
Rectum.
Rectum. And what is the cecum?
Cecum is the
This is
first
the
part
first
of the
part.
large intestine.
First part.
Connecting
And
from small
what is
intestine
the
to large.
appendix?
It is the मतलब ये थोड़ी सी बड़ी हुई होती है,
lymph
lymph होती है, और सिकम इलियोसिकम के जॉइंट पे होती है.
Yes, appendix is the gate pass. So
Yeah.
it's like a watchman that is working there. Then it who takes part in the synthesis of enzymes and hormones?
All.
Protein, ma'am.
Who said protein?
Sangeeta madam.
Good, good.
All.
Yes, protein. See, your proteins are so very important. They are converting into enzymes and hormones. Okay, so in synthesis of the enzymes and hormones, protein plays a major role. So if you see, if the food is lacking proteins, there is so many diseases, the Kwashiorkor disease, there can be edema, because this protein is something really very, very important in making the enzymes and hormones. Then protein-rich food?
All.
All. Yes. Then adipose cells are the storehouse of
Fat.
fat. Then neutrophil will increase in which cases?
Neutrophils will be increased in
All. Yeah. Only all.
yes.
Acute hemorrhage, empyema,
Hemorrhage.
cellulitis.
All.
What is empyema?
Hemorrhages.
All. Acute hemorrhage, do you think it's an infection? Acute hemorrhage. Hemorrhage is what? Bleeding.
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 So is there any infection there?
Yes.
It is. Is it? Any infection?
Can't say.
Yes.
No. When will the hemorrhage take place?
Platelets deficiency.
Accident or cuts in the wounds.
Accident only.
Okay, cuts and wounds. So is there when are your neutrophils working?
I should know.
When are your neutrophils working? I just now showed you the blood
And
report.
in case of infection.
In case of infection?
Cellulitis.
Cellulitis is what?
Inflammation, no?
No, infection in the cells.
Infection in the cells. Yes, it can be bacterial infection. Itis is inflammation, right? What is empyema?
Empyema सूजन.
Again, it is, a collection of the pus. So the pus is there in the pleural cavity, that is empyema. And if you see in these two cases, definitely yes, the neutrophils will increase, because both these two, they are the infection. In acute hemorrhage, as somebody said, like if it is because of some infection, then yes, the neutrophils will increase. But if it is not because of that, it is the hemorrhage is not without any infection, then no, in that case not. But here you can take all answer. But cellulitis and empyema, definitely neutrophils are increased. Okay. Then achailia gastrica is a disorder of
Stomach.
stomach. Yes, it is producing less gastric juice. Then pernicious anemia is caused when body can't absorb
Iron, ma'am. Iron.
Yes, anemia, no? So answer here is
None.
none, or vitamin B12.
Vitamin B12.
Yes, vitamin B12. B12
Because
is
pernicious anemia is happen because of vitamin B12.
yes. So this is it. Let's do another question paper. Unit of the body is who?
Cell.
Cell. Then what are the type of tissues?
5.
5. Yes, actually, like, the fluid tissue is not considered many times, but since it is in our book, so we should definitely write 5 times, because the fluid tissues, they are being covered earlier also. The function of the epithelial cell is, epithelial
Ma'am,
tissue
all.
is
All.
defense,
All.
excretion, absorption, all. Then who connects nucleus to cell membrane?
Endoplasmic.
Endoplasmic reticulum.
Endoplasmic reticulum. Then transportation of elements in cells take place by
Active transport. Both.
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 it is both.
Both.
Then cardiac muscles are related to
Heart.
heart. If I say hepato, what it
It
is
is
referring
means
to?
liver.
Liver.
Liver, right?
Liver.
If I say nephron,
It is
Ma'am,
kidney.
Kidney.
Knee.
Kidney.
Nephrologist.
nephron, it is kidney, right? So if I say pneumo,
lungs.
Lungs.
lungs. If I say pleura,
Pleura is
Breathe.
lung.
Right, also lungs.
pleura is also lungs. So definitely when
Covering
it
of
is
the
coming
lungs.
to cardiac, and I also told you earlier, gastric. So gastric is
Stomach.
relating to stomach.
Stomach.
So remember, like what all these are saying. Then coming to helps in the conduction of impulse. Who's helping in the conduction of impulse?
Nervous
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 tissue.
system.
What does it conduct?
Impulses.
Sensory nerves and
Electrical.
motor nerves.
Electrical impulses.
Electrical activity, right? Then collagen fibers are present where?
Fatty, collagen fiber, fatty connective tissue.
Some fatty
Cartilage and bone
connective
connective
tissues.
tissue.
What are
Cartilage
collagens?
Cartilage and bone connective tissue.
I think none.
There is right, cartilage and bone, but what are collagens?
हम स्ट्रेचेबल फाइबर्स होता है जो उसको
कौन सा फाइबर्स होता है, किससे बना होता है?
मैम प्रोटीन.
Yes, they are protein. So collagen, see, collagen and keratin. So collagen is elastic, keratin is the dry one. So collagen fibers, they are related to your cartilage and bone connective tissue. So because of this collagen, the cartilage, see, you can move your ear, your nose, you can move it, like, there is some movement there because it is elastic. Then who works as the packing material?
Areolar.
Areolar connective tissue.
मैम
Yes,
बोथ.
in fatty connective tissue or areolar?
Areolar.
Fatty connective tissue is related to what?
Adipose.
Yes, but what it will be used as?
मैम लेयर्स के बीच में होते हैं, स्किन और लेयर के बीच में होते
हाँ,
हैं.
पर ये यूज किसके लिए होगा?
Energy.
Emergency energy.
Emergency.
Emergency energy. So the answer here is areolar connective tissue. Areolar मतलब क्या? इसमें हवा पकड़ा है. जो अगर आप देखते हैं bubble paper wrap, when you buy something from Amazon or Flipkart, so your mobile comes in the covering, no, of the bubble paper. That is the areolar connective tissue. So it is a packing material, definitely. Okay. Then who filters the blood?
Kidney.
Kidney. And what does the heart do?
Pumping.
Pumping.
Yes, heart is just a pump, but very important one. Then formation of blood in the intrauterine stage starts when?
4 to 9.
4 to 9 weeks.
4 to 9 months. Then formation of blood cells, where do they occur? 4 to 9 weeks, yes. Right.
Bone marrow.
Formation of the blood cells.
Both.
Bone marrow.
12 is bone marrow.
किडनी में क्या काम होता है? अभी हमने ऊपर देखा, filtration होता है.
Filtering blood.
Yes, kidney has lots of work. When you come to a next semester, you'll come to know kidney is also producing so many hormones and all. But definitely, the blood cells are made in the bone marrow. Where in the bone marrow?
Between the bone.
At the end of the long
bone marrow, ma'am.
Yes,
spongy
at the
material.
end of the long bones. Who's there at the end of the long bones?
Spongy material is there. Marrow.
One moment. I'll just show you a picture so that you all remember it very well.
Yellow bone marrow.
Who said yellow bone marrow? It is not yellow bone marrow, definitely.
मैम पूरा इनसाइड एरिया में होता है, बाद में वो धीरे धीरे कम होता चला जाता है, साइड्स में हो जाता है.
Yeah, one moment. I'll just show you. So,
मैम हमें नहीं पता था इतनी इंटरेस्टिंग क्लास चल रही है, हमने अभी ज्वाइन किया.
oh,
Grey color, grey.
see, can you see this picture of bone? Yeah. So now if you see this picture of bone, this bone marrow, see here, at the end of the long bones, you said, right? At the end of the long bones, what is there? There is red bone marrow. And this red bone marrow, this is producing your
Blood.
blood cells, not blood. Where is blood produced?
Blood vessels.
Blood vessels. Okay. So be clear. Blood vessels are they are producing the blood, and the blood cells are being produced in the red bone marrow. And in between this, there is this yellow bone marrow. Iska kaam alag hai. Okay. See here. You can see here again. It is at the end of this, in the epiphysis and metaphysis here. Clear?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So protein with highest atomic weight is who? You have, did you all go through this?
Albumin. Ma'am,
Albumin?
Yeah, albumin, ma'am.
See, many times, we miss. See, there is a list of elements present in plasma at the end of the book. But some carbonic elements are very necessary for the... Please mute yourself. See, now this is albumin, globulin. Now this is 50 to 65% of the carbonic element of the blood. It is albumin. Okay. Then globulin. These are the plasma proteins, alpha, beta, and gamma. And then this is the fibrinogen. Now, yesterday we spoke about when the plasma, it has fibrinogen, it is plasma. If the fibrinogen leaves it, it becomes serum. So here, these are the proteins. This is of the highest atomic mass. And where it is synthesized in the liver. And in the process of coagulation, it helps in the clot formation by changing into fibrin to stop the loss of blood due to any injury in the body. And it is also able to develop osmotic pressure in the blood. So this fibrinogen is the one which is having the highest atomic mass. Okay. So these three proteins, they are something very, very important for the body. And all of them, they are synthesized, some in the liver, some in the lymphocytes and plasma cells. Okay. And they have their special functions, each of them. Then proteins are synthesized where? Liver, yes, whatever. See, your liver is doing how many activities? More than 500 actions it is taking. More than 1,000 also we can say. So this protein is one of them. Now, many times, what people do is they do what kind of a diet? Keto diet. They take only protein. So can you all imagine when you have the keto diet, your liver is working as it is, your liver is working all the time. And when you take the keto diet, only proteins, it is again asking the liver to work more, and then liver fatigues and the diseases sets in. So definitely, we should have a balanced diet. Then coming to the blood serum, it contains fibrinogen. True or false?
False.
False? Right. It is false. I just explained you that. Then graveyard of all type of blood cells is?
Spleen.
All type of blood cells?
Liver. Spleen तो है, liver भी.
None.
Spleen. Spleen.
Still.
Then erythrocytes are
Biconcave.
Concave.
biconcave, right? Biconvex, I told you, this is biconvex and this is biconcave. Then mobile security guards of human body are
WBC.
WBC.
Then about 120 days of lifespan has
RBC.
RBC.
Yes. Neutrophils are destroyed largely in which disease?
All diseases.
Yes, all disease. So typhoid, influenza, measles. Do you all know what is the peculiarity of this typhoid fever? No?
फीवर
There
नॉर्मल
can be.
होता है
क्या होता
इवनिंग
है?
में मैम फीवर, इवनिंग में फीवर आएगा मैम।
हाँ, इवनिंग में फीवर आएगा। कैसे आएगा? हाई ग्रेड फीवर होगा।
High grade fever.
ओके, हाई ग्रेड फीवर होगा। और एक्चुअली अगर आप देखोगे तो टाइडल फीवर भी हो सकता है। मतलब क्या टाइडल बोलेंगे? तो टाइम टू टाइम, हर 12 घंटे के बाद में, हर 8 घंटे के बाद में, या रोज शाम को, दैट कैन बी द टाइडल फीवर इन टाइफॉइड. So typhoid is very difficult to treat in modern medicine, but yes, हमारे इसमें TCM में and Ayurvedic acupressure में very nicely it is treated. Then who digests and destroys the microbes?
Lysosomes.
Lysosomes. Then it is present in large quantity in respiratory system and digestive system. Just now told you, no?
Eosinophils.
Yes, eosinophils.
Eosinophils.
Okay. Then site of generation of leukocytes is
lymph nodes.
Lymph nodes.
Not in
And-
bone marrow. We just visited the bone marrow.
Both.
Both. Yes, bone marrow also it is making the leukocytes. You know, many times this leukocyte, when they are being made in the bone marrow, some cells they go and settle in the thymus. So where they develop in the thymus, then they I mean they impart the immunity to the kids. Okay, so that is how these leukocytes, they are generated in the lymph nodes as well as the bone marrow. Then leukemia is a disorder of
Blood.
blood. What happens in leukemia?
Increase of the leukocytes. No?
What is happening?
Increase of leukocytes.
Increase of leukocytes.
Yes.
This is gone.
Wait. Size increase होती होगी मैम, size.
See, leukemia, this is a condition of blood when one or more than one member of the leukocyte present in immature form. See, it is not matured completely, develop ही नहीं हुआ है, and continuous increase in their number, size नहीं increase हुआ है, उनका number increase हुआ है leukocytes का. Okay, so lymphoblastic leukemia is very common. So this can be that it is blastic, means what? It is increased. And though they enlarge in size 16 to 24 mu, so they block the capillary and arteriole and stop the supply of the blood. So because of their big size, what they will do, they will go and they will crowd karenge blood mein, and because of that there can be stoppage of supply of the blood. Though they are immature, so unable to perform general functions, and their lifespan is only for few hours or day, and they increase the viscosity of blood as they are enlarged in size and increase in number. So number and size both are increased, not only the size, and as a result flow of the blood will decrease. So the reason behind this is still unknown. So that is leukemia. Okay, so it is a disorder of blood. Then who detects the harmful microbes?
Monocyte.
मोनोसाइट का क्या काम है? अभी तो somebody said ना, मोनोसाइट्स का काम किसी ने बोला था.
बैक्टीरिया को मारता है मोनोसाइट?
मोनोसाइट नहीं मारता है.
क्लीनिंग का.
Cleaning, yes, it is the sweeper cell. It will clean whatever
अच्छा,
the micro.
लिम्फोसाइट हो जाएगा. सॉरी मैम.
हाँ, lymphocytes.
ओके
Lymphocytes
ओके
क्या
मैम,
करेंगे?
सॉरी.
They will detect the harmful microbes. और उसके बाद में क्या करेंगे? जब उनको पता लग गया कि कोई अंदर आ गया है, what will they do?
Protect.
चलो कर लेंगे.
Antibodies.
Yes, they will make antibodies against them. They will, you know, कितना इतना हाईटेक कंप्यूटर लगा है हमारे शरीर में. Whenever the virus is trying to come inside our body through the nose or wherever side, what they will do, they will make some antibodies, and then it will say, okay, now you know you stay there only, and they'll try to attack them and they will kill them. Okay, so they will make the antibodies and they will kill those bacteria who are trying to come inside the body. Then AIDS is caused due to
Virus.
virus. What virus it is?
HIV.
Immune deficiency.
HIV virus मैम.
HIV virus. Yes.
No.
What does it do?
Immune system.
Immune system
system
को
attack
attack करता है.
Yes, it hijacks the immune system. So body can no longer fight against the virus. So the end is like the patient, he becomes very weak and in the end he dies. Blood is
Alkaline.
Alkaline.
we saw. O blood group is universal donor, true or false?
True.
True, ma'am.
Type of agglutinin is X or B
B.
or both?
B.
Yes, we
B.
saw na alpha, beta. So there is nothing X.
B.
Then last part of the digestive system is
NS.
actually if we see this B is also not there. What is the how do we write this agglutinin? We write it this way, no? Alpha,
Beta. Long beta.
Yes. So it is not B. B it is the agglutinogen.
So which will be the right?
It's beta. None.
Yes. So it is none. The answer is none here. So yes, but it is the beta agglutinin. Last part of the digestive system is
NS.
Then incisor is a type of
Teeth.
What do they do?
Cutting.
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 Tearing and biting.
What?
No. Cutting incisor.
And then who's tearing?
Canines.
Yes. So incisors are the front teeth which are biting. When you bite an apple, it is cutting into it. And the canines are the one which is helping to tear. So generally the canines are used by the carnivorous animals. So who tear the flesh and all, they need those like. So if you see the dogs' canines, they are so, pointed, sharp they are. Then what connects mouth to stomach? Esophagus. How is your esophagus? Do you know? Is it it's a pipe, but what kind of a pipe it is, esophagus? When it is not in use, how it is?
Flat.
It is flat, right? It is, and it has got lots of mucus lining inside, so that the food doesn't stay there. Then first digestive.
I have one doubt in esophagus, ma'am. When food goes inside the pipe, I mean, we have food pipe and the wind pipe, and we get that what we call it as catching type when the food goes into the wind pipe. Is there any treatment for that, and how to avoid that? Like suddenly the food goes and we get that.
Yes, you can press this H9, the little finger. You can just take it and you can press that. So that
and this is in the treatise part 1, this point is given.
Okay, you can refer to that also, but generally H9 is a very nice point. Otherwise it is ST43. So ST43, stomach 43.
Okay. We can give a pressure also, no ma'am?
Yes, you can give pressure immediately. So generally what we do, we ask the person to look up, and then what we do, we press on the back, no? So
Yes.
what we are doing, all the backshoe points, they are being pressed there, no? So because of that, that also helps. But H9 it works very well. I have been doing it for n number of people, and H9 really works very nicely.
H9. Ma'am,
Yes.
what we call that word, ma'am, for the catching of that, the foot goes into the windpipe and we tell for that some word, no, ma'am?
Epiglottis.
You can just anytime tell us.
Epiglottis.
No,
Yeah,
epiglottis is the covering.
Hmm.
So it is not I mean, like one is a hiccup, and it is not a hiccup. There is some word now. I'm also not getting that.
Even I'm not.
Then coming to the next one, enzymes present in saliva. If I come across, I'll let you know.
Ma'am, 33?
33 we didn't do. Sorry.
No.
Now, first digestive juice is secreted by
Salivary gland.
salivary glands. Esophagus, does it secrete any digestive juice?
Oh,
No, it doesn't. Then enzyme present in saliva is
Maltase.
maltase. What is ptyalin and
Thailand and all our
Ptyalin. Yesterday I told you, no, ptyalin or amylase. Then it converts the carbohydrate to the starch to maltase. No, so answer here is you can say all, but enzymes present in saliva is ptyalin. So it is the conversion. It is being converted in.
Glucose into maltose.
Yes, it is
Sugar into maltose.
Yes. So you can say all also, or even the ptyalin is the right answer. So if we see this carbonic anhydrase, it helps in conversion of carbon dioxide into carbonic acid. Okay. So
right.
this is how, yes. So, but you can write ptyalin also. That is also a good answer. Then it helps bolus to move down in the esophagus.
both.
Both propulsive wave and mucus gland
wave.
also. Then general capacity of stomach is about
1.5 to 2.
Capacity of stomach.
1.5.
Yes, 1.5 to 2 liters. No, not 5 liters. You have blood in whole body 5 liters. So definitely not 5 liters the capacity. Then villi are present where?
Small intestine.
Small intestine. And what is the singular of villi?
Villus.
VILLI is many and villus is single. Then beneficial bacteria are present in
large intestine.
Yes. Hemoglobin gives blood red color, true or false?
True.
Yes. Then vitamin B and K are synthesized by
Large intestine.
defecation reflex gets set when waste reaches to
Rectal canal.
rectal canal. Yes. Transverse colon, we know that it is up. We have seen that large intestine, this is the ascending colon, transverse colon, then this is the descending colon, then here is the sigmoid, and then the rectal canal. So when the waste reaches here, then there are two sphincters here again, as like in the urinary bladder, and then the defecation reflex is set here, and the message goes to the brain. Then large intestine absorbs what?
Water.
Water.
All.
Mineral, vitamins? All?
Yeah.
All.
Yes.
All.
Then we need energy for what?
All.
Respiration, blood flow, excretion.
Yeah.
Yes, all of them.
Everything.
The cells of living organisms are made of?
Protein.
Proteins? Only proteins?
Enzymes also there, everything.
Both.
Yeah, actually, if you see, like the cells are made up, cells do have enzymes also. So you can write both of them. Okay. Then protein is present where?
None.
No.
None.
None.
The first element needed by the baby just after birth?
Oxygen.
Oxygen. Yes. Actually, if you see here, this protein, it is present, proteins, I mean, do you need to eat it in lots of quantity?
No.
Are they easily
No.
digestible if you eat thick dals?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
So generally, if you
No.
see, you know, in hotels and all,
Balance.
you are served thick dal. The gravies are really very thick. Like I mean, I'm talking about the dals. But at home, when we make it, it is really very thin, watery one. So it is very easy to digest. And how is this protein digested? If you have noted any time, what do we add with the proteins to digest?
Fats, ma'am. Fats.
Fats, ghee.
Fats, ma'am.
And if the fats are
Ghee,
not there,
oil.
then
Oil.
Soluble fats.
oil. If oil, ghee and oil both are not present, then who will digest the proteins?
Soluble fats, ma'am.
Generally, if you see lemons also help in the digestion of the proteins, the lemon juice. So generally we have a custom, no? So whenever, like, you know, on the gravies and all, even if you have the non-veg gravies, they all squeeze lemon on it. So it is helping to digest it. The first element needed by baby just after birth, we did that. Then percentage of free cholesterol in the blood is? How much it is?
150 to 240.
150 to 240.
Yes, it is 150 to 240. So now they have decreased the value. If you see the lab report, they will say above 200, they will mark it in red, or they'll make it bold print. But it is 150 to 240 grams. It is essential. So body has to have this much. Then glucose is stored where?
Liver.
Liver.
Only liver?
Both.
Bone muscles. Adipose tissues also.
Yes, both.
Ma'am,
It is
both,
stored
both.
Both.
Okay. It is also stored in ECF, blood. Then contribution of carbohydrate in diet should be
50%.
50%. Yes. And unit of heat energy is?
Calories.
Calories.
Calories. Yes, calories. So with
Ma'am, this
that,
is the question paper of which year?
I think this is 21.
Okay.
Okay. So your revision is done.
Ma'am,
So, yes.
I got that word, choking.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, so generally choking does happen, like if you gulp it or if you eat lots of dry food, or you try to gulp in hurry, that time it happens.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So any other questions?
मैम ये रिवीजन
one request.
रोज होता है मैम?
Can you take another 5 chapters for semester 3 also, revision once?
Yeah, let's see. Actually, now because of the festival also, the time is less. So
Yes, ma'am.
let's see if we can.
Please, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, we are in second semester, so please try this.
Achha, so second semester people are also here. Good, good. Nice
Yeah,
revision
because
for you.
I think that forgot I, but some things I remember.
Good, good.
Even explain third semester also.
Yeah, let's see.
Fourth semester students are also here.
All
did
the
take-
3 semesters are there, ma'am. We got a very good revision. And we can all make out our things, like what we learned.
Yes, yes,
मैम जब हम
definitely.
एग्जाम देते तो लगता है कि याद है, फिर 5-6 महीने बाद आज पता चला कि याद है.
इसीलिए अपने पेशेंट्स ट्रीट करते रहना है, so that you keep revising your basics. So when a patient comes, he teaches you a lot many things. Okay.
We missed your class yesterday, ma'am.
Oh, is it?
When
But
the
actually,
patient comes and gives the treatment, no, that when it works and they feel happy, we feel we are passed.
Yes, true, true.
मैम एक्यूप्रेशर में लोग इतना जल्दी कन्विंस नहीं होते. फर्स्ट दिन ये बोलते कि कितने दिन लगेंगे, कब ठीक होगा.
Yes, but for जब वो आता है वो चिपक जाता है, वो बाद में कहीं और जाता नहीं, because he knows the ultimate solution, it is here only.
But how we convince them? Please,
Yeah, so you have to show your magic, no? So always, whenever the patient comes, first try to, whatever the problem he's telling you, you should always try to first give him some relief with that, so that he finds faith, like, yes, this can cure.
Ma'am,
So-
I think most of the patients, when they come, they have more of pains only, like pains, shoulder pains, neck pains. I mean, when we release with the local points, it is easy for them to just come back. So after that, we can just talk to them, make friendly, then one by one. Exactly, we should treat more of the accurate diseases and then go to the chronic.
Yeah, actually, if you see the problem is acute, the patient will get relief immediately. But if it is chronic and lot many problems are there, then it is a little difficult. So you have to tell the patient beforehand only that yes, it will take some time and some efforts from his side also to continue with the therapy. So definitely, he can be helped. Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you,
Thank
Ravindra.
you.
Namaskar.
Thank you so
ma'am.
much. I hand over the session to Ravindra sir.
Hello, there is an important announcement. Tomorrow at evening 5 o'clock we have BHB for third semester. The subject is understanding urine and stools report. The class will be conducted by Professor Chanchal Agarwal ji. I am sure, by this class, you will be easily able to understand, analyze urine and stools very easily. So that will help you to prepare a protocol. And for second semester BHB, I think our beloved Nilima Patil ji, I think, I'll request her to take during next week the time, it will be announced in all the groups on Sunday. We have classes on Saturday and Sunday also, that will be announced tomorrow. Tomorrow the schedule of Saturday and Sunday classes will be announced. So, please keep watching your WhatsApp group of Ishan. There will be a lot of classes, revision classes. I request all students of all semester to attend and empower yourself. And, it is needless to say that the class was good because, Nilima Patil's, one thing I have observed, really she's upcoming. Every time she's, showing her, getting, what we call matured, more matured and more she takes us deeply into this subject. So on behalf of all the participants, my full-hearted thanks to Nilima Patil ji, and her next class will be announced soon. So with this, friends, good night, and tomorrow at 5 o'clock we'll catch up again. Pranams, Nilima ji, namaste.
Thank you, sir. It was amazing class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you very much.